Well, I'm glad I get that on the cast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 21, Week 1, WildDaddy, Watkins. Last time, Watkins got outdrafted. Let's see what happens this time.
Radiant team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
No problem!
Team ban.
What? What a response!
Team ban. 10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Mostly the same bands.
Dire team ban.
Banning the Skyroth this time.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Interesting AA ban. I feel like no matter how many times
10
somebody plays
seconds
AA,
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
no matter how many times somebody plays AA,
Dire team.
Good on you, mate.
I feel like you're not going to ban the AA. Oh, there's Largo, newest hero. I feel like you're not really going to ban the AA.
10
Unless you have a
seconds
damn good
remaining.
reason to.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Warlock.
It's be interesting to see that. I'm going to drop the Warlock in response.
Dire team ban. Dire
Largo,
team pick.
very high execution factor hero in a lot of ways. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
10
When Randy
seconds
saw Largo,
remaining.
he was like, this is going to be the best way to
5
grief your team
seconds
ever.
remaining.
Just pick this guy and suck at it. You have zero impact.
Radiant team.
Lion.
It's one of the many ways I often warn LD2L players, and I
10
feel like I
seconds remaining.
should keep warning it.
5
Do not
seconds
imitate
remaining.
the pros
Radiant team.
without knowing why or how. You gotta know those questions. Using strats you saw in a higher tier game is totally fine. It's an
10
acceptable thing to
seconds
do,
remaining.
but you need to know,
5
who,
seconds
what, when, where,
remaining.
why, and how. Those basic questions. If you just pick something because it's doing awesome in pro games, then you're running into the situation of A, the reason it works in pro games might be hard to replicate at a lower level as an individual, or B, might be hard to replicate at a lower level in like a large game. Like the support Terrorblade from a few patches ago, for example. Great example of that, where it's like, it was owning in pro games, because in pro games, you had guys who were
Dire team
sick at like juggling timing and sick at being able to micro the illusions and able to like make fat stacks
10
and
seconds
get a
remaining.
lot of utility out of that.
5
Didn't
seconds
really see that
remaining.
so much in the LD2L when it was attempted. Largo Techie CK, not really making a cohesive proactive draft this game like it was last time, though we still have several picks left to go on the WildDaddy team. Picking up a very
10
early
seconds
Doom
remaining.
here.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team.
Anti-mage.
This is a little crazy. I don't know. You're just picking two heroes that you need a really good reason to pick, and you have zero reasons for either of them yet. Really? I feel like with his support combo, it's going to be hard for this to be like an unplayable anti-mage game, but like, I don't know. It feels really bad picking anti-mage without knowing either your pause 1 or pause 2 matchup.
Radiant team ban.
And that is not really one you like to see as
Dire
AM.
team ban.
Nor is it somebody who cares particularly much about
10
Doom unless
seconds
he's
remaining.
executing badly.
Radiant team ban.
Strong meepo pick. Watkins is gonna kind of need a miracle worker for his
10
mid,
seconds
or else it's not
remaining.
gonna look too good.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Puck, one of the better miracle workers that was on the table, just left the draft. Earthshaker. Should have been really funny if nothing else just left the draft.
5 seconds remaining.
It's going to be funny that this, usually having a Warlock against a team that looks like this would be awesome, but this time it actually kind of sucks. Most of the Fatal Bonds targets are just going to be things that you don't care if they're taking damage, like CK clones. Like, nobody cares if those are taking damage.
5 seconds remaining.
Pick LC? True.
Dire team pick.
I mean, no LC ban. It's going to have to lane against
10
Meepo.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It's going to be really good unless the Meepo knows how to micro at all, in which case it'll be really bad. I like the Ricky pick here, except for the Doom. The Doom into him can be pretty bad. I don't know. It just looks so cursed for Watkins here. He's got the AM. The AM wasn't even good against the CK, really. It's not like awful. It's not unplayable under the CK, but it's not very good. And then they picked the Meepo and the Ricky, and it's like, this guy is not going to live. There's going to be no anti-mage this game at all unless the Radiant really screws it up. What we got? Sand King? I can see the vision. I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's a good pick here if they can get really ahead. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm looking at small claims court right now. That's just like, it's not going to kill the Meepo, it's not going to kill the CK, and it's not going to be good against the Ricky. It's going to do a lot of damage to the Meepo and the CK, but it's not going to kill him. Probably. Nice pentagram on Watkins' head. Yeah, I don't know.
Prepare for
I don't know. I'm thinking this is going to be second versus same as the first. This is looking like a complete retread of the last game. Like, the Watkins draft situation is not looking good here.
– 30 seconds to battle.
The Watkins draft situation is insane. I don't know. What does a Doom do? Gets rid of Amphibian Rhapsody.
The battle
Pretty good.
begins.
If you want to do that. I mean, it's really good against the Ricky. Really nice against that guy. Nothing happening at the runes. Because Ricky just needs to continually cast, and he's a very easy target to just drop it on. So,
Quicker next time.
that's good. The main Meepo with the Doom is not an easy target, but isn't that bad. It'd be nice to get him, make it hard for him to leave, secure a kill, but it's not going to kill the Meepo in and of itself. Maybe in combination with a Sand King ult. I don't know. Maybe they got something cooking and I just don't see it yet, but... Space Cowboy. Space Cowboy killed himself and then DC'd. Suppose this is a good way for him to win. Is it pause glitch? That classic glitch is back? Chen, he was in the first game we did tonight, so he should have been there. Shown as Chen. That was a guy who requested Biker Mice from Mars on that stream. It's that random clown guy who's in chat a couple of times. So that guy picked Chen. See what happens to ransoms here. Looks like nothing too crazy. Yep, just gets Backstabbed by Ricky and then lickied by the Largo.
I'm chill, but I'm not that chill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The freak off? Good self-deny on Winks' part. What's DMT?
Dire's courier has been killed.
Daylight Mountain Time? I see.
I'll take the spotlight. You handle the sneaky stuff.
Oh good, they made a Largo and Ricky ally line. Probably made Largo ally lines for everybody. That is true. If you think about it, being invisible just by default, yeah, that would fuck you up if you were high, I think. As long as he's level 6 anyway.
Dire's middle tower
I feel like
is
you would
under
have to
attack.
be like at least level 10 or 11 to use DMT without like just dying. Facet does nothing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I like how Video Game Enjoyer's sponsor is just dank. Something funny about that. I'm a little surprised that mine didn't land. Old Dragon might be headed for the showers. Yep. They're gonna get him. Good work.
This isn't over yet.
Winks is going to get a Doom guitar dropped on his head. That's a pretty rad Doom set. It's not the raddest set, but Techies, after the respawn, is going to come and try to drop everything on Axiom, but the funny frogman, Largo, is not actually in position yet for it. Luckily for them, Ransoms has decided to... Nope, he's gonna be fine. Nope, he's dead. Ransoms decided to go in even though he was very low and kind of just die for no reason. Ricky is hexed. Did a lot of damage to him, but...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Always a little annoying as a lion. You can just continually get
Dire's
your
middle tower is under attack.
mana drain broken in such a way as you actually kind of have to be careful. Anti-mage very low there. Thank God for that tango. Blank right on time as well. Techie's still looking for it, but this is not happening. He's out of here, but... Or she, it's from anti-mage, but... Not great news. Still gonna be a rout. Still gonna give CK a few minutes of just free farm time. People actually looking for him on the back line. Just gonna find the lion. Okay, this is a little nutty on anti-mage's part. Very ambitious. The thought that Techie's is not gonna be in the Lotus pool after that. So anti-mage are not leaving. They're just gonna stick around at like 200 HP. 300. If I'm being fair. Has to be super careful. I feel like one CKW this guy's gone. That is a very dramatic poof sound. The other Meepo is standing here. I assume meant to put it in the fountain. There we go. Maybe unsurprisingly, last hits right now, all Radiant. At the very least, Doom does have Devour.
Dire's courier
Not
has
using
been
it
killed.
though. Eat things,
Radiant
Doom.
are scanning.
Get hungry, my
Dire's middle
guy.
tower is under attack.
Doom does have Devour. So it's not as bad as it could be. And they got a kill on Techie, so that's also not as bad as it could be. Okay, Techie's just getting a little greedy, trying to go behind the lines here, looking to get something done. And finds a lot of pain and dies. And
Dire's
Space
middle
Cowboy
tower is
also
under
dies.
attack.
What happened? Just ran up the lane with no HP is the answer. This guy just got melted by the
Dire's
Doom
middle
W.
tower is under attack.
Keep going for Ricky. Don't have much left in the engine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I gotta tell you, they had the exact same problem on the Watkins team this time about how this Dire offlane has literally 0 kill potential. Space Cowboy is kind of overextending quite frequently on Largo, though. This is kind of the problem. So even though this should be a dreadful offlane for these guys, it's not that bad so far. Well, you never know. Meepo could just
Radiant's middle tower
be
is
the
under attack.
the thing this lane needed to start. So never mind. Ransom's had a Lotus. Ransom's had a Lotus, and the Space Cowboy did not care until it was too late. We're looking at the Lion top. They're looking at the AM now top. He's got to be real careful. Just barely gets out of there. 70 HP. If La had been in that for like a second longer, he was dead. He was just gonna get the CKQ in his face.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Ricky has raindrops. On a tactical level, once again, I do feel like the Watkins team is doing a very good job keeping the rotation strong, continually putting guys into the weak-looking lanes, keeping their guys out of danger, but again, like last game, you've got to wonder to what end, because the problem is the matchups are so bad that, like, yeah, you know, Anti-Mage 2-0-1, but also Anti-Mage lower on the last hit chart than the CK, who's 0 deaths. You know, they're just getting a lot of supports. Okay, what? Who dies? Oh, it's just the Warlock. And I think a big part of that, especially in this early game, is just always having this very passive offlane. You can't really... They're putting pause 5s in the offlane is what they're doing, and this is really the downside to it. When the Radiant responds to these, you know, to, say, you know, the Sand King going top, you can't just, like, charge the Doom and the Warlock down the lane, because what does that do? Nothing, really.
Dire's top tower is
Warlock's a
under
good save for the Anti-Mage, but doesn't really have anything to offer as far as killing. Not yet, anyway. Not till 6. So it's just, again, tactically very good, strategically not so much. I've kind of left their mid lane wide open as well. The Sand King just no longer contesting in the slightest, just trying to build up and destroy jungle stacks. Looking at Doom here, they gotta be careful. Ricky really does not want to reveal in front of the Doom. That could go really bad really fast. Though with just a Warlock here, it's not gonna be that bad. Not much I can tell you for a fact. Okay, let's see what's going on up here. Oh geez, 2 supports just insta-kill each other somehow. Okay, CK is just beating the Lion to death. And then AM beats the Techies to death, so both cores just trade the supports here. Said it before, I'll say it again, when a 4 and a 5 beat each other to death, usually the winner is the one.
Radiant's middle
Not
tower
today,
is
though,
under
as Anti-Mage put a lot more into that kill than the CK did, and while CK has no mana, he has all of his HP still.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Feels like the WildDaddy team really wants something to happen here. Like, it feels like this is the ideal time to have the techies, like, going in on this. Instead, techies is harassing and carrying stone in mid. He did just stop a TP from happening, but that TP was not going to be helpful anyway, so kind of unfortunate. Feels like we want the techies here. We want to try and get a kill on the Doom before he's able to get anything done with that ult, and then just troll everybody to top and hit that. You don't really have the kill pressure on the AM right now, not yet. Just too easy for the old anti-mage to slip away. Take a look at net worth charts here. Yep, just all radiant all over.
Radiant's
Doom
courier has been killed.
really has his skill off cooldown way too often, frankly.
Has been killed.
Looking for Space Cowboy here.
Has been killed.
Gonna find Warlock
Is under attack.
while they're doing this. Doom on the Riki. Doom's just running for the Riki at this point, though Ricky's team has shown up. And thus nothing's going to come out of it. Though, notably, while this was happening, Offlane was pushing up top, and the Sand King just got them both. Though, they're also just going to lose a Doom here for it, and they just kind of dropped the first Doom to do nothing. The only thing that happened after Doom used Doom is Doom died, which is never a good sign. Support's alone defending this T1 bot, which is kind of crazy considering this is a team with a Riki enemy on it. And that Riki already has the Diffie Blade. And these guys, unsurprisingly, do not have the 4th staff. This you cannot do, amigo. You got a 4th staff here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Against a Riki as a squishy support, you always get yourself a 4th staff. To get yourself out of sticky situations like that.
Radiant's middle tower. is
Honestly,
under
I'd even do
attack.
it before blanking the line. You just, it's just gonna take so long, and there's gonna be food for him for so long
Dire's top
otherwise.
tower is under attack.
There you go, Golem of the game on Solo Meepo, who has gone pretty deep into the enemy triangle here, looking for a bonus kill on Doom, and has just seen gold fall out of his pocket. Bit of a miscue there. Luckily, most of the gold went to the supports, but not ideal, this. Oh, Doom ate something, great.
You
Didn't even eat something with a skill somehow. This is a very big kill. Oh, the AM pulled further into the smoke cloud by the CK to death. That's pretty bad.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Largo, trying to delay the push here on bot. Some people thinking about defending it.
Radiant's bottom tower
The
is under
techies had to
attack.
think twice. Sand King is going to quickly annihilate this Largo. But Anti-Mage tries to go in at top and just dies, so...
Dire's middle tower.
Pause 5 for a pause 1.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Riki is... Nope, they're actually ignoring the Riki to go for the techies here. Nope, okay, yeah, Riki is super dead here. At least he should be. I was going to interdict. Keep the thumb down on the Doom. Riki is just barely going to live the Doom. Couldn't get out by the skin of his teeth, wow. Link's just barely living through that. If you're in chat right now, this is the time you're supposed to go crazy. Go, oh my god, I can't believe he lived with like 10 HP, literally. Come on, let's hear it. True! Kill advantage for the Dire. Not worth advantage for the Radiant. Doom is eating things more. That's good. If you're Axiom, you want to try and run this Doom guy again, you definitely got to be eating creeps more. You really want to hit that button about every time it's soft cooldown. Neat. Lion, found by the CK, and he just dies. Ricky finds the guys who are trying to save the Lion, including the Doom, who is going to explode.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
3 for none. Not looking good. Once again, AM very low on the list. Doom is basically a melee creep again. Has unfortunately just lost so much gold by not having any Devour. And I can definitely tell you, Scorched Earth, he did get a kill with it in lane. I'll be fair enough to say that. But going all in on Scorched Earth when you have a 0 kill threat support like Warlock is a big error. Doom is actually kind of uniquely well equipped to hang in lanes like the ones he was in, just because he's, you know, they didn't misplay it a little bit on the Radiant. You know, the Largo just getting way out of position a few times, but like, you know, you go all in on Devour, and even if you're not really able to get that many last hits, you're just able to get a lot of money just by eating. It's just fine. Cold Dragon swinging a miss on the blast off. The Sand King dies before even ulting. The Doom quickly follows. Warlock is dropping the Golem on this. It's a very good Golem, but it's also very late and it dies very quickly, having accomplished very little. Largo is using the ult to just immediately get everyone back stocked up.
Dire's top tower.
Largo, by the way, hates his E. Meepo's got an Eye of Scotty and 3 circlets. This is like a meth inventory, and I don't mean Mephistopheles. This is a crackhead build right here. It's gonna work out too.
Dire's top tower is under
Doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's a little crazy. CK. I mean, crackheads can do some pretty crazy thing. You ever seen that video of like the dude on meth who just like picks up a fridge and just walks down the street with it? That's all I'm saying.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
CK, a little behind for how good you'd think he would be by now, which is to say, only a little in front of all the Dire. Doom is still eating.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire
Yeah, when you're behind, especially when you're losing, you cannot level this. If you're not getting any kills and you're not gonna win, you definitely can't level this. You just gotta go in on the Devourer. Look at that. It gets well, it doesn't get lower cooldown anymore, but you can eat bigger creeps to get more gold. You can Doom the CK, which is a good Doom target, but is going to leave your line very Rickyable. And indeed, they do get the Doom CK. They do actually clean up the Doom rather well, finally breaking up the kill drought with a double. While Winx just kind of kills everybody, because if you don't Doom Winx, you lose the fight, unfortunately. He's coming for the Sand King next. He's not willing to go into the tower. Not really sure why nobody's left for him. Being a little weirdly passive here. Yeah, at this point, I guess Ricky has realized, hey, wait a minute. Just gone in on the Sand King. He's going to lose the Lion, as everybody on the Dire has respawned. It's kind of unfortunate for the Ricky in a way. He did realize that it was time to go in and just finish the job, but it did take until everybody came back up, but who cares? Oh, get it, Ricky! Come on, no! I wanted to hear one of those Ricky invisibility room lines where he's like, why did I pick this up? Agonimo Septorino on Mr. Meepo. So now he can do the Leaning Tower of Meepo.
Dire are scanning.
Doom has Blink
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
and has less net worth than the Radiant supports. That, yeah, God, you just gotta level your Devour, dude. That's all I can tell you. Game that looks like this, you just gotta level your Doom or your Devour
Dire's
more.
middle tower is under attack.
Also, level 9, which is really low, also lower than the Radiant supports. Yeah, in fact, tied with the lowest in the game. They're making a run on the Radiant supports, but not really finding anything they like. Doom is just going to go down here pretty quick. This is a good ult from the Sand King from the Anti-Mage. I think Radiant's getting a little cocky. The decision to try and fight without the Riki or the Meepo is a little much. Without one, maybe, but without both, this is what you get. 3-for-1 trade.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
About 1,500 gold change. It isn't that much, but it is definitely something. It's not nothing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle
I mean,
tower
it's just
has
Radiant
fallen.
feeling like they're stomping, feeling like they're 10 feet tall, they can't be stopped. But it is definitely cocky behavior, and Uncaring Stone definitely did punish them for it properly. W4tkins team again, pulling out the very strong tactical moves, even when the strategic layer is not there for them. You know, they recognize the Radiant getting ahead of themselves overextending. They immediately come in and capitalize on it, and that's very good play. But I don't know exactly how much it's going to help, especially not getting either of the two big VIPs here. That Meepo is kind of crazy money. It's got another 2.5K just sitting in the bank.
Dire are scanning.
Are you feeling too much this game? I mean, hey, the thing I just said is you were doing good, but the problem is just with the draft issues, I don't know how much matters. There's that. There is that. Hey, you're 8-2-3. It's
Dire's bottom tower is under
too
attack.
bad.
Dire's bottom tower.
Smoke
has
here
fallen.
immediately gets caught by the CK. Just immediately ruined. The techie swings and misses on the blast off. And he dies. But the bad news is Riki off screen just murdered the anti-mage. So, okay, this is kind of an unfortunate. Okay, good Yules. Good follow-up. That Doom was like an Ags Doom without the Ags. I don't know how good that was, unfortunately. Oh no, the CK blinked right in, or the SK blinked right into the CK, but they have no detection for the SK, so who cares? Overall, 4-for-1 trade. That kill on techies so long ago is the only thing that Dire got for all that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant's getting pretty close to a 20k net worth lead.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
CK positioning very aggressively here with that blank dagger. Doesn't find any buyers. Doesn't need to find any buyers. Because Meepo's just gonna hit the buildings whether Dire likes it or not. AM is in a crazy position here and just instantly dies. Even without the Riki. Riki is not available for comment. He is at mid. They're missing the Riki and they're still winning the same fight. 3-0. Oh, they got the SK in the net. It's not good. 4-0. 4v5, and they almost team wiped them. This is done.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures.
Hey, come on, don't be negative.
Dire's middle tower has Dire's middle barracks.
Gonna go ahead and speed this bad boy
Dire's
up.
middle barracks.
I don't know how much longer it's gonna be going.
Dire's top barracks is falling. Dire's top barracks.
Got tricky. Dire has a team fight that superficially looks cool, and if they were not 32k behind, would have probably been really good. They're gonna doom the CK. Somebody puts Lotus Orb on CK, but they put it on too late. He still gets doomed. He actually does die. Ends the kill drought.
Dire's
I mean, they just have to call the whole cavalry. Get all the buybacks, all the King's Horses, all the King's Men. Could not put this game back together again for Watkins. If I had 3 comments for Watkins at the end of this series, they would be as follows. The draft. Draft was bad both games. There's no slicing it. And it doesn't help that WildDaddy's drafts both games I thought were pretty good. Oh, great. I don't know if that matters if I'm looking at replays. Here's the long and short of it. The WildDaddy lineup. Well, I'll just be brief. Drafts can be proactive or reactive. You don't want to be all in on both, but you want to have both. You know, proactive draft is you just pick 5 heroes that are super cool together that make some kind of awesome epic combo together. And your draft is just all about the team play. Reactive draft is just strictly counter picks. You see what the other guys put up or predict what they're going to put up, and you just pick things that counter that or counter their strategy or what have you. Just purely based on what the other guy is doing. In both of these games, you kind of had neither. Both these games, you had issues where there was a critical hero pretty much unanswered. Last game, it was... Well, this game, it was the Meepo. Last game, it was the... Oh man, what was the last game? I actually can't remember. The drafts have fallen out of my head already. The TA? You had a half-ass answer for the TA. It was a CK. Had no real answer for the CK. You had a lot of things that like almost kind of addressed him, but all things that he naturally had built-in ways to deal with. No real answer to that. Well, they had plenty of answers for the Razor. They had plenty of answers for just everything you guys had. The draft is the weak spot. I saw a lot of good things this game. So you definitely shouldn't cry. I saw a lot of good individual play, and I saw a lot of good tactical work. I saw a lot of good rotations. I saw a lot of good teamwork. I saw a lot of fights that looked really good. You just have to bring that draft together, and I think it's going to look awesome from here. Because, you know, team play very good. Individual play very good. Some work could be done, especially in Axiom, unfortunately. But the drafts were just whack. Drafts were just whack. We'll see what happens next week for this team. I'm still hyped about them a little bit, but you got to fix that. That's a big hole in the boat, but it's a fixable hole in the boat. You got 10 weeks, so either way. If you're somebody who don't want to learn Dota 2 at a casual competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today. I'm not going to do the whole spiel because I still have another series to do, and I'd rather do that rather quickly.